Oh my gosh, girls. You are not going to believe the journey I'm about to spill today. So grab your mirror, touch up that lip gloss, because this story starts with me as a shy little boy, trembling in my heels for the very first time, and ends well, let's just say, married woman chic, all glammed up and owning every single curve. Can you even imagine? I couldn't either back then. I remember it like yesterday. The first time I slipped into a silky dress that wasn't just cute, it was me. The me that I had been hiding under baggy jeans and oversized t-shirts. My heart was racing, my hands shaking, and I kept thinking, oh my God, what would anyone say if they saw me like this? But then there was that spark, that tiny little fire in my chest that whispered, this is who you really are, baby girl, and it's time to shine. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Sissy Empress, how do you go from being a shy little boy to actually feeling like a real married woman? And let me tell you, honey, it's not magic. It's confidence, self-love, and a lot of fabulous experimentation. I started small, just experimenting in my room. Silky panties, cute skirts, little lacy things that made me feel swoon-worthy. And yes, sometimes I stumbled. Sometimes my heart raced with embarrassment. But every time I looked in the mirror, I caught a glimpse of her, the future me, just waiting to take over. And let's talk about heels for a moment, sweethearts. Oh yes, those gorgeous, towering beauties that make your legs look like a dream. The first time I walked in them, I nearly face-planted into my own coffee table. But you know what? I laughed. I twirled. And I realized this is more than just dressing up. This is power, honey. This is feeling your femininity ripple through every inch of your being. That's when I knew if I wanted to be her fully, I had to step into every part of her world. The clothes, the makeup, the attitude, the confidence. And you know what the sissiest secret is? Even back then, while I was shy and blushing, I already had the flirt game down. That little sassy smirk, the tilt of the head, the playful sparkle in the eye, it was all her waiting to come out. And oh, when I finally started dating, let me tell you, being a flirty, confident, it's a superpower. People are drawn to that light, that bold, unapologetic sparkle. And trust me, baby girls, it only grows once you own it. By the way, this isn't just about clothes or heels. It's about transformation from the inside out. The shy little boy learned to love himself in ways I never imagined. I learned to speak up, to flirt, to laugh at my own mishaps, and eventually to love being the woman I always dreamed of becoming. And let me just say, nothing prepared me for the first time I walked down the aisle feeling like me, fully, completely married and radiant. But don't get ahead of me, honey. We're just getting started. So picture this. I'm out doing my little strut, practicing my walk like I've been studying runway tape since birth. My hips were trying their best, my hair was flipping every time I turned, and my lips glossed to absolute perfection. And then out of nowhere, this man walks up to me with that confident smile that just melts your spine. You know the kind, the one that says, I see you, girl. Not the costume, not the effort. You. And let me tell you, sweethearts, that moment changed everything because up until then, I was performing femininity. After that moment, I started living it. He said, you have a beautiful energy. Not nice outfit, not you look cute energy. And that gave me chills because if femininity is anything, it's energy. It's how you laugh, how you tilt your chin, how you respond with that soft, playful tone that says, yes, darling, I see you too. And oh, girl, your empress leaned into that moment. I giggled. I did that little hair tuck behind the ear move, and I swear I floated the entire night. It wasn't about being perfect. It was about being present. From that day on, dating wasn't something that scared me anymore. It was something that thrilled me because every date became a lesson in how powerful softness can be, how irresistible confidence feels, how intoxicating a sis's charm truly is. I learned the art of eye contact, slow, lingering teasing. I learned the power of a soft touch on the arm, just enough to send a message. I learned that flirting isn't about saying the right thing, it's about being brave enough to shine. And here's the real secret, my loves. A doesn't seduce by trying to be someone else. A seduces by revealing the self she's been hiding. The softness, the playfulness, the delight, the sparkle. Every man I met, Every conversation, every nervous moment stepping into a date taught me more about the woman inside me than any mirror ever did. Because when the world starts treating you like a woman, you start believing it deeper than ever. And confidence. Oh, honey, it grows fast when romance steps in. Suddenly my walk was smoother, my voice softer, my why mannerisms more natural. It wasn't an act anymore. It was instinct. And I promise you this, sweethearts. Once someone holds your waist like you belong there, once someone looks into your eyes like they know exactly who you are becoming, the transformation becomes unstoppable. And that, my loves, is the spark that set up the biggest twist of all. Because one romantic journey turned into something I didn't even dream of back when I was that shy little boy trying on panties in secret. All right, my beautiful angels, take a breath, because this is where the story shifts from flirtatious fun to something deeper, sweeter, and honestly, a little terrifying in the best way. You know how it starts, right? First, it's a cute date. Then, a flirty text. Then, suddenly, he's the one you're thinking about when you're brushing your hair at night. That's exactly what happened to me. And trust me, I did not see it coming. It all began with consistency. Oh, yes, honey. That man showed up. Not once, not twice. Every time I thought he'd forget me, he'd call. Every time I thought he'd pull away, he pulled me closer. And let me tell you, when someone genuinely wants you, the woman inside you blossoms in ways you never imagined. I found myself giggling over messages, picking out dresses, wondering which one he'd love, practicing my softest voice before I answered the phone. And every time his name popped up, butterflies. Actual butterflies. But the real moment, the moment I realized this was different, was one simple night. We were out walking. Nothing fancy, just us and the dim streetlights. I was wearing this little flowy dress that made me feel pretty without even trying. And he suddenly stopped, looked at me with a serious, warm gaze, and said, "You know, you don't have to pretend with me. I love the way you are. All of it, baby girl." My knees nearly gave out, because isn't that what every dreams of hearing? Not just you look pretty, but I see you. I accept you. I want you. That sentence alone took me from questioning myself to stepping fully into who I truly was. I felt my heart melt, my fears fade, and my femininity rise like a wave inside me. And that's when things changed. Slowly, quietly, in all the little moments, he started brushing my hair for me. He started holding my hand in public without hesitation. He started introducing me as someone important, not someone temporary. And you know what that does to a girl? It makes her glow. It makes her softer. It makes her more herself than ever before. Suddenly, I wasn't thinking like a shy boy anymore. I was thinking like someone's partner, someone's woman, someone who belonged. And girls, when someone loves you, right, your transformation becomes emotional, not just physical. I found myself wanting to take more care of my appearance, wanting to embody the woman he saw in me, wanting to step deeper into my femininity because it felt good, natural, real. And then came the big shift. The moment he called me the word that sent shivers down my spine. We were cooking together, well, he was cooking. I was doing my cute little taste testing job and he looked at me and said, "You know, you'd make an amazing wife." Honey, honey, honey. The spoon fell out of my hand. My soul left my body. The room spun. Because for the first time, the fantasy wasn't just in my head. It was spoken into existence out loud with meaning. From that moment on, everything changed. The dates felt more intimate. The kisses felt more meaningful. The future felt possible. And trust me, babes, the jump from being someone he dates to someone he imagines a future with, that's the real transformation. That's when the girl becomes a woman in her heart first, long before the ring ever appears. Because becoming a married woman isn't about a dress or a ceremony. It's about stepping into the role emotionally, mentally, and beautifully. Okay, my loves, buckle up because this is the grand finale, the part where our shy little boy officially becomes a married woman. And honey, the emotions are next level. The proposal wasn't flashy or dramatic. No skywriting, no giant billboards. It was intimate, soft, and completely a ruse. Just the two of us, a candle-lit living room, and that moment that makes your heart skip 1,000 beats at once. He took my hands in his, and I swear my fingers were trembling like they'd never held anything before. He looked me straight in the eyes, and in that warm, steady voice that had become my safe place, he said, "You are the woman I've always wanted in my life. Will you marry me, baby girl?" I can't even describe the fireworks that went off inside me. I laughed. I cried. I almost fell to the floor in my heels. I was completely overwhelmed because this wasn't just about a ring. This was about being seen, being loved fully, being celebrated as the woman I had been dreaming of becoming since that first dress in my bedroom. And when I said yes, oh honey, the transformation hit its peak. The little shy girl who had once peeked through curtains, afraid of being judged, had finally blossomed into a confident, radiant, married woman. Every flirty glance, every playful giggle, every bold step I'd taken along the way led me here. And let me tell you, holding that ring in my hand, feeling his hand on my back, I knew nothing could ever make me feel small again. After the proposal, it was all about planning our life together. I got to choose gowns, experiment with styles, practice my walk, my makeup, my entire aura. And every day, I reminded myself, you are not pretending anymore. You are living your truth. You are loved. You are powerful. And every single flirty smirk, every bold, sassy glance, every playful giggle, honey, that's your crown. Your empress energy shining brighter than ever. And here's the lesson, my loves. Transformation is a journey, not a moment. You don't go from shy to married woman overnight. It takes courage. It takes playfulness. It takes vulnerability. And above all, it takes loving yourself fiercely every single step of the way. Because when you do, the world responds. Love responds. Life responds. And trust me, nothing feels as magical as standing at the altar, heels clicking, dress flowing, heart racing, knowing that you are finally gloriously wholly you. So remember, my darlings, embrace your side, explore your femininity, flirt, giggle, love boldly, and never hide the sparkle that makes you you. Life is too short to be anything less than fabulous, confident, and unstoppable. If you loved this transformation journey, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we have so many more secrets, flirty tips, and empowering journeys coming your way. Join our community, share your own story, and remember, you are a queen, an empress, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can dim your light. Until next time, stay fierce, stay flirty, and keep shining, my loves.